Very good morning, students. Today we are going to see the topic air circuit breaker. Actually, the circuit breaker mainly used for to make and break the circuit. So, in power system, circuit breakers are one of the important components. So, the relays are used to sense the fault, and the circuit breaker is used to make and break the circuit. So, here we are going to see the introduction, operating principles, components, and the types of air circuit breaker. Applications of air circuit breaker, advantages and disadvantages of air circuit breaker. A circuit breaker is a mechanical switch that automatically operates to protect a circuit from damage caused by the fault current. So during the fault time, the fault level of current will be much more higher than the normal value. So the circuit should be protected during the fault time. It automatically breaks the circuit upon sensing a huge draw of current due to overloading or short circuit. It can also manually break open the circuit breaker for maintenance or fault clearance. It can safely close and open the circuit to protect it from damage. So operating principles. The operating principle of air circuit breaker ACB revolves around using the compressed air to extinguish the arc formed when the circuit breaker interrupts the electrical current flowing through a fault condition. When a fault occurs, the contact inside the air circuit breaker creating an arc. The arc is directed towards the chamber filled with compressed air, where it rapidly cooled and extinguished. So when we light a matchstick, if you blow air, it automatically getting suppressed. That is what the principle happening here. When the fixed and moving contacts are moved, the arc is produced in between the contacts. Those contacts are responsible for producing the arc. When it moves, the air is allowed to flow through, then the arc completely get extinguished. So here there are two diagrams are shown. One is an axial blast and a radial blast. The flow of air is marked with the help of the directions. Then these are all the components of the air circuit breaker: contacts, arc extinguisher, operating mechanism, trip unit, control panel, auxiliary contacts, frame and enclosure. So in the diagram you could see the fixed and moving contacts and the valve opening for the air to come in and suppress the arc. The types of air circuit breaker: plain break air circuit breaker or cross blast air circuit breaker, magnetic blowout type air circuit breaker, acute choke air circuit breaker, air blast circuit breaker. Applications: the air circuit breakers are used for controlling the power station auxiliaries, industrial plants. They offer protection to the industrial plants, electrical machines like transformers, capacitors, and generators. They are mainly used for the protection of the plants where the possibilities of fire or explosion hazards. The air circuit breaker principle of the air circuit breaker arc is used in DC and AC circuits up to 12 volt. The air circuit breaker have high resistance power that helps in increasing the resistance of the arc by splitting, cooling and lengthening. Advantages: high speed reclosure facility used for frequent operation, need less maintenance. The disadvantages: a drawback of arc chute principle is its inefficiency at low currents where electromagnetic fields are weak. And another real-time drawback is the sound will be produced when the closing and opening of contacts happening inside the air circuit breaker because of the air valve opening. So till now we discussed about what is an air circuit breaker, what is an importance of circuit breaker, what is a relay, then what are the types of air circuit breaker, then how the circuit breaker operates, what are all the classification in it, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the air circuit breaker. Thank you for your patient listening. We'll be discussing another interesting topic in the upcoming video. Thank you all.